And on my team, bro, I still can't. There they go. I'm finna say, damn, I still can't use them. And he leave. That nigga a bitch. You gotta keep that shit structured, my boy. Damn, 85 and 158. Nigga, you ass. Cause why everybody keep leaving? Cause Jit, get off my team. Fuck wrong with you? You know what? Keep him. Keep him, bro. You can have him, bro. Keep him, bro. We'll go blue. Damn. Buddy Hill. So I put Buddy Hill in. I'm gonna tell you Buddy Hill a lot. Put that boy. Yeah, this how I'm running it.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA.
I'm gonna run that shit.
Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Welcome to Minnesota, the home court advantage for the Timberwolves here at the Target Center. Pass to Conley. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Up top, Gobert.
Lock that shit up, Green.
Shot clock at 5. Nice move. And it's good on the way in. Clark, it's tough to wear down either team in this matchup because of their depth.
And Kevin, you've got to give both front offices a ton of credit. I mean,
my God,
you got to find guys and try to be economical about it, and they need to be able to play important minutes for you. It's a little more art than science, and kudos to both of these front offices.
Yeah, lucky.
Now here's Edwards after the miss from Stephen Curry. Back to Randall. Inside.
Lock his ass up.
Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Gobert plays as tough at the rim offensively as anybody in the league.
To the paint. Here's Post.
Gobert
with the block. Bobbed up there for Edwards.
Ain't that. Put that ball up.
Outside Conley. Whistle blows. Bucket is good.
Oh,
He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Conley doesn't have an overwhelming body, but I tell you, good job that time taking the hit and finishing through it.
Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the game.
That shit.
Clark, if you had one word to describe Mike Conley, what would it be?
Reliable, steadfast, dependable. Now, I know that's 3, but I wanted to give you 3 different words I could use to describe him. Only 2 seasons in his whole career has he not played at least 50 games. That speaks to durability and professionalism.
They double-team Conley. Right wing. McDaniels with the ball. Butler covering. Has to Gobert. And that one falls.
I already know
Conley's feet.
Yeah, we'll call it time out.
Got his second basket.
Gobert maintaining balance through contact, remarkable concentration.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Curry is inside. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Hey, inside Curry has all the tricks. Floaters, scoop shots, fallaways, left hand, right hand. However he has to do it, he will.
Now here is Conley. They grab their own miss.
Keep that shit.
He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Stephen Curry. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint. And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Curry. And the shot goes down.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Conley. He has 5. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Fades back.
Hell no.
Here's Gobert.
What's good about that?
Conley scanning the floor. Now here's McDaniel.
Nope.
And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
That was good.
Attacking right away. McDaniels wasting no time there.
Greg, since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals, the Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. My hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good, and now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Can't guard me.
I've always said your
hip floor
spacing always critical. Good point, D.A.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Outside for Randall.
Oh, pick it up.
Pass to McDaniels. Back to Randall. Takes the 3. And Curry pulls it down.
Yeah.
And here's Curry who brings it up for the Warriors. It's a 3-point game. Over in the corner, Kuminga. That misses. A chance to tie it there. To the middle. Here's McDaniels.
That's it up, nigga.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Golden State ball. Puts it up off the inbound. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Minnesota on top, up by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action. And this has been a fairly close game for the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Outside Conley. Timberwolves passing it around. McDaniels with the ball. Now Green defending. Here's Edwards.
Oh,
the 18th is right on the mark. Edwards got the second quarter going with the first basket period for the Timberwolves.
That's not what I said, dude.
Outside Curry.
So he did it again.
That three off the mark. Minnesota leading by 5. And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his third season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
Pass to post. Outside Curry. And they will call over the back
He
must have thought he was a jungle gym the way he was climbing all over his back. Easy call.
Yeah, that's a good one there, man. I tell you, I appreciate the effort, but he overdid it just a bit there. He needed to get called for the foul.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Pass to Green. And here is Butler. A floater. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Man, what strength from Butler. Refuses to be tied down or held down. Excellent concentration on the and one.
When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Timberwolves leading by 6. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Outside Conley. Pass to Randall. And that one falls.
Come on, Draymond.
And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
Randall's got an unorthodox game, but he's got a good, strong upper body, which makes him a very consistent scorer inside.
Back to Curry. Gobert pulls it in. The possibility here of pushing their lead to double digits.
And mentally, I think it makes this an even bigger edge.
Back to Conley. Pass to Randall. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Here's Gobert. He's got 6. Shoots over Curry. Gobert, no good. Curry to the rim. Butler on the way. To the left side wing. We've got 1:28 left here in the second. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That'll be his second foul of the game. We've got 1:28 left now here in the second. Here's Curry. It's deflected.
Just go up, Curry, fuck.
DiVincenzo with it. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Right side, Butler. Look at the attack of Butler in the lane.
Butler challenges the opposing team everywhere on the court. Never afraid of any situation. He'll battle you down low.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. Taken away. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And the layup by Curry. Now just a 4-point Minnesota lead.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here, it is eye-opening.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
From a couple of zip codes over, Donte DiVincenzo. You know he's been working on that shot from that range.
Here's Alexander Walker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 9 now for the Timberwolves. Here's Butler driving inside.
I be for real, but I can't make shit.
The wide open look here for Ingles. And so it's Minnesota ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Warriors trailed by 9. Pass to Podziemski. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Now, here's Reed. He has yet to score. Picked by Reed. 6 on the shot clock. That one good for 2. Reed's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Minnesota. And there's the call on Donte DiVincenzo.
Can't do shit. He can't go.
The Warriors making a switch here. On defense, the Timberwolves. Here's Podziemski. That one goes in.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And you know what? He does. I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
Here's DiVincenzo. The shot misses. Warriors trailed by 9. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
That one falls.
Wow, come on.
DiVincenzo's got 5.
What a fucking contest.
Outside Curry. Pass to Santos. Here's Jackson Davis. And a missed layup.
Man, I can't believe
his hand up. He get a contest.
Guys.
My hand up. I don't get shit.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Warriors trailed by 8. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Minnesota leading by 8. Picked by Reed. Shoots the three. The Warriors pull it in.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Curry with a wide open look. Good on the triple. 11 points in the game.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Pass to Santos. It's stolen by Ingles. DiVincenzo with it. On the wing, Ingles. And Santos pulls it down. Warriors trail by 5. Outside Curry. Here's Santos. Trying to find Podziemski. Gets it to him. He gets it in there. Podziemski's got his second basket of the game.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
Both teams will make substitutions. So it's the Timberwolves now. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Randall. Nice defense from Kuminga. Here's the Warriors with the ball. A big stretch here going 10-2. Spencer. At the elbow, it's Hield. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. And Kuminga throws it down.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Randall outside. Oh, drew the foul. What? Almost hit the three-point bucket.
Every foul call, bro.
Jonathan Kuminga picks one up. For Minnesota, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
A year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points. Kept alive. Out to Conley. Pass to Edwards. The muscle from Edwards.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Puts up a deep 3. The third quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves lead by 5. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So it's the Timberwolves now, leading by 5. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. First team foul. Here's Hield. Outside, Kuminga. Count the basket and the foul. That's on Jaden McDaniels.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Here's Edwards. Out to Conley. Back to Edwards. Over to the wing. Clock at 4. It's stolen by Kuminga. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Stolen by Conley. Outside Edwards. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Bro, look at this shit. Hell.
Enzo Conley will bring the ball up for Minnesota. Here's Edwards. The rebound by Payton. Warriors trail by 4. Down low. And Post gets it to go. Post has got his first basket.
Butler draws the attention and kicks to a teammate. Perfection.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. 5 to shoot. Outside for Randle. And they recover it. And stolen by Butler. There's Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
Butler really known as one of the best defenders in the game. He knows when to get after it and go for steals with those quick hands.
Here's Edwards. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Hield right side. Back to Butler. They kick out to Hield. 6 to shoot. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniels.
Jaden McDaniels, what a moment. Huge bucket there.
By Hield, nobody around. Traps in the tray. Hield's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Edwards. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Butler. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Butler's got the lead up to 1 now for the Warriors.
And Butler not afraid of having the ball in his hands in these big moments. He's the guy that you can count on to get it done in the clutch.
Hard earned by Butler.
And that's exactly why they call him Jimmy Bucket. Butler, a clutch performer, one of the best we have in the league. Edwards, that's good. At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Outside Butler. Butler takes it in. Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Here's McDaniels.
3 seconds, man. 3 seconds.
Over Hield.
No.
Edwards, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Butler feeling out of it. Outside, Kuminga. Clock is at 3. Beyond the arc.
3 line.
It's money from deep.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Substitution for the Warriors. Draymond Green. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kemp.
Needed that shit, man. Who we finna go with? Oh, okay, see that Timberwolves. I'll go Timberwolves, man. 31-28. I'm on your head, boy. Pick your team, Twin. The Grizzlies. Oh, yeah, I murdered them. Damn. How the fuck I be playing with these niggas? Like I put you here, you here, you here. And you. Ain't it? I think so. Fuck it. How we go rock out? Fuck it.
With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And the Grizzlies start out with the ball. Here's Edey. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
The way Morant sets up his teammates is as good as any guard in this league.
And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
That one's good.
Because of his ability to elevate and make adjustments in air, Morant has no trouble scoring inside.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch, and we discussed his plan for John Morant. Coach smiled and said, I just told my guys to stay ready out there, ready for anything, because Morant can do so many surprising things. We just have to stay on our toes. Hopefully that flexible mindset helps the defense keep up with Morant's antics out there. B.A.?
And Allie, thanks. Here's Morant. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Now here's Edwards. Outside for Randall. Lets the three fly. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, you cannot sleep on Julius Randle. Catch and shoot jumper. Okay, Julius, we see you.
Here's Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Minnesota with a rebound.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Here's Edwards. Going inside.
Edwards
slams it in.
American run on dunk.
Size and athleticism.
Yeah, it's Locky. Fucking hungry, man.
And Minnesota with possession here. 3-point lead. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, Anthony Edwards.
American runs on dunking.
Dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards declare himself as the best player in the league.
That's not happening.
Got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. And Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for
Hold on. Reset.
Now here's Edwards. 6 points for him. 6 to shoot. Here's Randall.
Later.
Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Come on. Yeah.
To the paint.
Yeah.
Pass to Bane. Here's Edey. Tipped. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Yeah, but fuck it.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball.
Yeah,
these guys need to be talking to each other.
Grizzlies trail by 3.
Oh, yeah, we know what he want to do.
1:33 left to play in the first. Here's Morant. And that one hits the back iron.
That kind of cheating, huh?
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end. Certainly he cannot buy a bucket right now.
Oh.
And that'll be Minnesota's ball as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves able to keep the possession. Edwards looking it over. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Gobert, no good. Pass to Pippen.
Locking his eyes up.
Driving inside. Oh, a two-handed power slam.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love
that.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Morant. And he goes right over Rudy Gobert. Slams it down.
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
That one drops. He ties it up. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024, Grant.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Edwards gets the bucket.
Dumbass boy.
How about that handle? The dribble drive by Anthony Edwards, so tough.
Here's Pippen. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
Yeah.
Now Edwards.
Nope. I ain't shooting. I'm
the layup off target.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against the guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's Minnesota up 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
In the early goings, their effort level has been exceptional. They're
Yeah,
speeding around the defense and opening up options with good penetration.
All right, pass that shit, Lay.
It's good.
Ain't guard me. Too little. Too fucking little.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
There's the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Can't get a rebound, bro. He's that fucking big. Can't get the fucking rebound.
Kennard on the wing. 4-3. No good there. The Timberwolves lead by 3.
I've got 3 points wrong, bro. Damn.
Randall deciding where to go with it. Grant, there's such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
NBA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side.
Too fucking
It
little.
didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Yeah.
You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
Now here's Edwards.
Move over, bro.
They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin.
Fuck on that boy. Get it out of the net, nigga.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice 3-point look right there.
And the crowd goes wild.
And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
Here's Edwards. After the basket by Memphis on the other end. Back to Randall. 5 on the clock. Rudy, a monster inside.
Well, there's height and reach to the advantage of Rudy Gobert. Just gets up and over the top of guys.
No good. The Timberwolves.
That's not gonna happen.
Sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Why you jumping?
Well, the Timberwolves are.
Sensational slam by Ant.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, BA.
You know, there's an edge the way they play.
Yeah.
Confidence. They're not afraid to show. And here's Minnesota now.
Come on, Ant. You got control of this shit.
Pass to Randall. Back to Edwards.
No, ISO.
Outside for Randall.
Donkey.
Randall with the jam.
American runs on Duncan.
Wow, absolute explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
In this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Wow, you don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
No, you need to.
1:57 left in the first half.
Oh, look, you playing out ball. Fuck it. Let's say mid pit. Rudy Gobert.
And here's Edwards. 18 points for him. Outside for Randle. Just 4 to shoot. With the 7-footer.
My fucking rebound. Aha.
Outside Edwards. Takes the 3. The rebound by Edey. Grizzlies trail by 11. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Nope.
Here's Morant. The shot won't fall. And it's Edwards with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. And here's Memphis now. Here's Edey. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Edey's got 6 points.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
Randle outside. Edwards for 3. Minnesota again missing. Grizzlies trail by 9. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Randle. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Wells. And he drives in. Second chance effort. Pass to Morant. Another shot. Kicks it out to Bane. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. Timberwolves ahead, leading by 9. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Here's Edwards. Outside for Randle. Beyond the arc. Pure from 3-point range.
All right, the fuck up, nigga.
Give him 8 points now.
Yeah, a shot that Randle has added to his repertoire. Shooting the 3 with confidence now.
Doris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA, Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. 3-level scorer, versatile on the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league.
Outside Edwards. Edwards with a step. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled.
We'll get him 2 points right back,
Well, Anthony Edwards has got a
we'll get him right back, you feel me?
He can't put it on the deck and draw contact. Shows you right there.
A walking bucket, man.
Both free throws good for Edwards.
Man, got the same amount of points as his team, man.
Grizzlies trail by 12.
Board. Nope.
Outside Morant. Josh slices through.
Oh my God.
And that's Morant for you. Not suddenly.
He's not gonna save you.
He goes for it.
Edwards with it. 20 points for him. Nails it from 3. Edwards has got 5 points now this quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Duck it, calm.
Duck it, calm. Oh, he passes it down right over Jackson.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Gotta keep that shit structured, huh?
Grizzlies trail by 13.
Nope.
Outside Morant. Lets it go from deep.
Better do.
Oh, Ja Morant from deep.
And you often see defenses beg Morant to take that shot. Didn't work that time.
I will come back. I will come back and hit us one. I will come back and hit us one.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back
on that
and
mud.
forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And that one drops.
And tearing them to shreds tonight. You know, when a player as versatile as Morant starts going off, look out.
Pass to Reed. It's McDaniels on the wing. And here's Randall.
How'd you come over, dumbass?
The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. McDaniels from long range. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. It makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
All three.
Soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Here's Morant. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Teams try to get physical with Morant, but he shows exceptional body control off the contact.
And one thing that Morant has always been a lead at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out.
Relax. Shut the fuck up, dumbass. Get out that zone. Get out that fucking zone.
McDaniels got his first bucket of the game.
Get out that fucking zone,
nigga. For three. Here's Morant.
Like a nigga don't know how to come out here and torture that shit, man.
Jackson with it.
Better hit.
Gets the three ball to go. Jackson's got 5 now.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
Randall outside. Three-pointer. The rebound by Edey. Grizzlies trail by 9. And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Timeout called. Memphis. Now here's Morant. They get the rebound. Here's Jackson. Can't hit from in close. And 1:01 left in the 3rd quarter. Back to Daniels. It's McDaniels on the wing. Randall left side. Just 5 to shoot. Edwards for 3. Knocks down the triple. Edwards has got 13 in the 2nd half.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone. This guy is tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
The kick out to Edwards. On the wing, Alexander-Walker. Outside Edwards. Outside for Randall. To the left side wing. Reed can't hit. Down low. Clark, no good. That'll count. Oh, it goes! He got it off in time! Just in the basket!
Oh, what a miraculous shot. He's going to remember that one.
Listen, under duress of the end of the period, you just throw it up and hope.
Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Y'all can't fuck with the police. That boy, no!
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Grizzlies trail by 13. Outside Bane. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Better hit.
Here's Morant. Pass to Wells. Fires the three. No. And they recover it.
No, that shit was broke.
Outside for Morant.
That shit broke too.
No good on the triple. The Timberwolves lead by 13. Here's Edwards.
Oh, shit.
6 on the shot clock. And it's off from three-point range. Right side Morant. From deep.
Oh, shit.
And Morant laces the triple.
Yeah, hit that shit.
Yeah, Morant showing a bit of confidence knocking down that three.
He's reaching. That fuck nigga scored 6 points in the second quarter. What do you think you gonna come by? You a decade. This nigga put.
And we played through about a minute here in the fourth.
Fuck that.
Randall outside.
Hold on, bruh. Watch out.
Outside Edwards.
This nigga put Triple J on fucking.
Boy, defense has no answer for Anthony Edwards' athleticism. What a dunk.
Timeout, Grizzlies. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Head coach of the Grizzlies had some words for his team over the break. And he was adamant that they need to tighten up their team. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Up top, DiVincenzo. To the middle. Just 5 on the clock. Fires for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Morant flashes his vertical there.
Oh, the vertical of Morant is simply incredible. I mean, he's fantastic at using it to his advantage on the inside.
DiVincenzo. Count it. DiVincenzo's got his first basket.
You can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Now Morant. Pass to Edey. And the shot goes in.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
And here's Edwards. Outside, Alexander Walker. Deflects the pass. 5 to shoot. The 3. Cleared away by Wells. And it's Morant with the ball for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 8. Pass to Edey. Bane with it. Reed with the rebound. Outside Edwards. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Grizzlies trail by 8. Here's Morant. Oh, an impossible move. Ja Morant.
And the bounce that Morant possesses is unlike anyone else at his position.
Outside Edwards. 1:10 left to play in the fourth. Pass to Alexander Walker. Deflected.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here. Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
It's Edwards with a drive. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball. There's 48 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Inside. Here's Bane. And it's in. And now they trail by just 4.
You have to love their intensity right now.
Damn, my school 4 point through the quarter. What the fuck?
At the perfect time.
They took a shift in strategy, but it seems like they figured it out. Let's see if they can extend this run all the way to the finish.
Yeah, LeBron James.
The inbound pass. Oh, wrecking ball. Ant-Man.
We know this about Anthony Edwards. He is fearless in these moments. That's a big-time clutch delivery.
Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession.
And they barely get to retain possession. Many times, that's a turnover.
Shot from the end.
They know this shit over with, right?
No good. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. And he's able to hit the second one.
Hey, one of them
makes it a 7-point lead.
What you love about Rudy Gobert is he understands his strengths and where he can impact the game. That is primarily on the defensive end, but also as a screen setter offensively.
Memphis calls timeout. They're down by 7. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
They're going to have to get up a quick shot and then foul immediately.
Pass to Jackson. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And Minnesota with possession here. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. So the first one drops, and that puts them up 5. So both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
Pass to Edey. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Oh, he buries it from outside.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just
good on the first. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. And it's a 5-point game.
He's able to make it a 2-possession game with some solid work at the line right there.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're losing by 5. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
The strategy is simple. Get a quick score and foul right away.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good. And that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 7-point game. And stolen by Edwards. The 15-footer. And the shot no good, a bit short. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
That's so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie.
That fuck nigga 189 and 90. What the fuck? Structure, man. You say what? Aye. Oh yeah, he knew not to get no fucking Warriors. If you want to go all black, they go all black.
We're live from Boston. It's the home of the Celtics. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan.
This ain't that.
Here's
this
Tatum.
Is not that.
And there's the drive. Misses in
turn
close.
it over.
Outside Holiday. The kick out to Brown.
Hell no.
Off target with his three. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Wow, here's Brown. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Pass to Caruso. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. No good on that one. Great D that time from Tatum. Holiday. Outside Tatum. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one. And finally, somebody knocks down a shot. This has not been pretty thus far.
Williams inside the line. Pass to Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams. 6 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Now White. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Very late.
That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Williams. There's the triple. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time, and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. Here's Tatum. After the made shot from Chet Holmgren. From about 19 feet, Tatum's shot is off.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Outside Williams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Dort wide open. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
And when you have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
And putting his long arms there to good use. Porzingis has a large catch radius on those alley-oops.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one is good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. They trail by 1. Pass to Brown. Shoots from the line. Caruso grabs the miss. Here's Oklahoma City now. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Caruso. Rebound, Boston. Tatum on the wing. And he banks in the layup. Tatum's got 7 points.
Nice little finish there inside from Tatum. He is so quick to get up when he's near the rim.
And the dunk by Holmgren. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way. You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track. Disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Oklahoma City out in front. They lead by 10. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Thunder.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Shireman. And here's the break. Right side, Williams. Jacks up a three. Good on the three-point shot. Williams has got the lead up to 4 now for the Thunder.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And here are the Thunder now. From the arc. And Tatum pulls it down.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here we are sizing up GA. Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Celtics trailed by 6. Outside Tatum from the baseline. And foul on
that
the
shit
shot.
drive me in like that.
At the line.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency.
Oh, don't lie.
Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
That one is no good. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
And there's the foul. It's on Peyton Pritchard. That's his first foul. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Hyper.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Dort. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Holmgren the screen. Offensive rebound. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Nobody near Williams. Another miss by Williams. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out
Lay
how
me
to
on.
win. Defensive ace Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that.
Bro.
Don't you, David? Every single game. Pulling in the right direction.
Great speed and tricks on the drive. Holiday excels at putting defenses in those compromising positions.
And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
Holmgren the screen. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. A floater. The shot that time, not on target. Good D by Holiday. It's White on the wing. Brown with it. No scoring in this one. Pass to Caruso. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Caruso's got the lead up to 10 now for the Thunder. Here's Brown, and the dunk by Brown.
Flashing his athleticism there. Once Brown gets solid interior positioning, he's focused on jamming it home.
Williams looking around. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Got it off in time. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that concludes the first half. Thunder lead by 8. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. The Thunder leading by 8. For 3. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip. 5 for 10. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Pass to Tatum. Nice move. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Here's Williams, and he lays it straight in. Williams has got 8.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And we got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. So Holiday will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 11-point game. Brown wide open.
Oh, now you can't do it, man.
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
I said, I be baby and fuck.
Here's Oklahoma City. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Outside, Dort. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Pass to Caruso. Now Dort. 4 on the clock. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Caruso. And the Celtics making a change here.
I don't want to know why the fuck you niggas moving.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Tatum. He's got 13 over Williams.
Oh, he wanted to
Tatum's
pull up.
shot is off.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the leader.
Pass to Dort. For 3.
Realize.
Connects from 3-point range. Holmgren's got the lead up to 14 now for the Thunder.
Backcourt. Fuck. Got the line, man.
Brown feeling it out a bit. Over in the corner, Porzingis.
Yeah, Tayo go help
Brown.
Monkey D? Monkey D? Oh, no. They got Monkey D first.
Not enough on that
They
one.
got Monkey D first.
The Thunder lead by 14. Pass to Williams. Over in the corner, Caruso. Now Dort. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Brown inside the line. And another miss by Boston. Now here's Caruso.
Ah. Yeah, man, you might as well just quit now, bro. 2-11. I can go back in my stream. Well, that shit, boy. Go ahead, quit that quit button now. Who I want?
I'm probably not gonna blow it right now. I ain't gonna lie, it's just streaming not my priority right now. I'm gonna go to college, man. You going D1? I hope so.
Bro, don't put on blue, bro. Knowing I got on blue, bro. Well, I swear to God, boy. People online do the dumbest shit ever.
On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Milwaukee Bucks are ready for this thing to get started. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Pass to Trent. Here's the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete.
Damian Lillard.
Right, lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
Oh, yeah.
Now, here's Suggs. Pass to Wagner. Tries the spin move. Releases from 15. Good D by Lopez. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Banchero outside. Shot clock at 5. Over Lopez. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
And it's Trent in the corner. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Beautiful offense. Lillard creates time and again down the floor, whether it be for himself or for his teammates.
Now, here's Suggs. Driving to the basket. Green with the rebound. Lillard with it. Pass to Green. Suggs with the steal. And Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Here's Carter. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Milwaukee in the lead. Lillard outside. Giannis outside. Three-pointer. And here's Green outside. Carter pulls it in.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Pass to Banchero. Back to Suggs. 6 on the shot clock. Carter with it. Here's Banchero. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I caught up with Coach Jamal Mosley, and we talked about the problems that Giannis poses. He said, look, there's no easy way to defend Giannis. We have to be physical with him, keep him out of the paint as much as possible. But he acknowledged that even having multiple bodies on Giannis sometimes just isn't enough. Guys?
Thanks, David. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Orlando trailing here. Wagner on the wing. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Banchero looking around. Another miss by Orlando. So it's the Bucks now. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Lillard outside to stop the drought. It's hauled in by the Magic. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Outside Anthony. With 1 on the clock. No good on the last second attempt there. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Bucks lead by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And Well, we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Well, back in 2022, the #1 overall pick was Paolo Banchero. What do you think of his game?
You have to love his game, Kevin. I mean, handles the ball as a big guy at 6'10", makes plays for other people, scores, gets to the free throw line. All-star game in his second year, and on that team, he has really, really looked to defend. This guy's future is bright.
And their coach is another guy from the Seattle area, right, who has come on the NBA and starred.
There have been quite a few of them.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. The wide open look here for Kuzma. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Magic trailed by 3. Out to the right wing. To the wing right side. Pass to Bitadze. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Here's Black. No good. That would have tied it. Bucks leading by 3. Back to Lillard. Bucks passing it around. Another miss by Kuzma.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage. Good.
I can't rap.
Over in the corner, Caruso. Now, Jordan. 3-pointers off the mark. And I thought that was going to drop. It looks good from here. Brown inside the line. And another miss by Boston.
Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. And we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce. Points will come at a premium tonight, Richard. These are two of the stingiest defenses in the NBA.
Yeah, these games were a grind to play in. You're fighting for every bucket. So the little things, like an extra possession here or there, those will be huge.
Now here's Tatum. And finished by...
Fuck, boy. I see this pussy go play off ball. Alright. Gonna play off ball right with his eye there.
Tatum.
of the craziest dunks we've seen. Tatum with the bounce.
Here's Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
He throws it down with two hands. You know he won't mess that up.
Not this guy. He is a big-time finisher. Now here's Tatum. Porzingis for three. Jokic grabs the board. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Denver. We discussed Jaylen Brown and what makes him such a hard player to defend, and coach said to me, Jaylen is a freak athlete and has become a really good shooter over time too. We can't give him clean looks, and we have to guard him closely. Let's see if the defense is up to the task.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Tatum. Back to Brown. And he converts the layup.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Screen by Horford. Tatum. Gordon with a steal. Outside for Porter. Down low. Here's Jokic. Oh, and the jam by Jokic.
Down in the paint, Jokic knows how to take charge, getting past the D and to a look.
To the paint. And the basket by Brown. Brown's gotten his second bucket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Right side Porter. Pass to Jokic. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. Jokic has got 10.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
Here's Hauser. Here's Horford. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Nuggets.
Let's just say they weren't on the same page there. Not sure he was expecting that pass.
The Nuggets making a switch here. The Nuggets lead by 3.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Now here's Murray. Okay, look out! Wow! And he dunks it down.
Whoa, Aaron Gordon looking like he's in a slam dunk contest right there.
Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A., it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them. You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Here's Westbrook. Yep, that one goes.
So skillful with the ball. Westbrook showing us what he can do.
Outside Tatum. Horford, left side. Outside Tatum. Shot clock at 6. From 10 feet away. And the Celtics tack on 2 more.
You see the great fundamentals. Horford sets up for the quick shot off the feed. No hesitation.
Pass to Gordon. Back to Murray. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Out to Horford. And here's Porzingis. On the wing, Tatum. Porzingis sets a screen. Fires from deep. And it's Tatum missing.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Pass to Westbrook. Back to Jokic. by Jokic.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Gordon. That's his first foul. 9 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Hauser. Excellent defense there from Watson. And so it's Denver with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what you've seen from the Nuggets, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
For three, Westbrook. Rebounded by the Celtics.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
And Russell Westbrook gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. Outside, Brown. The kick to Tatum. For three, Porzingis. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum.
Few bigs stretch the floor like Porzingis. He can be just deadly from the arc.
Now a timeout called by Denver. The Nuggets lead by 3. And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the 4th best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls. Shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal.
And finished off by Tatum.
Tatum just has too much bounce right there. Better be careful. You're trying to stop that.
Here's Gordon. Great D that time from Porzingis. And Tatum's got the ball here for Boston. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Among the best in the NBA for a few years now, Jason Tatum. RJ, he's still quite young. How can he get even better?
Oh, he can just get wiser and wiser, and that's what happens with young players. They get to a physical level where they can dominate, but where they get better is mentally. They get mentally stronger as they get into these experiences more.
And that one's good.
I love the power behind Westbrook's finish. He just dares the defense to get in his way.
Boston trailing. Brown looking around. From deep three-point land. Jason Tatum, and that's good. Tatum's got 7 points for the quarter.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Gordon can't hit. Boston leading by 5. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
White on the wing. Here's Tatum. Pass to Brown. 6 to shoot. And a missed layup. And it's the Nuggets ball. Inside. Here's Brown. He's guarded by White. To the middle. Here's Jokic. Porzingis grabs the board. Boston on offense. This run now up to 13-2. Drops in the 3. White's got 6. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Outside Porter. Takes the 3. Drills it from deep. Porter's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
A lights-out three-point shooter. All Porter Jr. needs is a little wiggle room, and he's pulling up.
Tatum looking it over. Kick out to Brown. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. 10 points for him.
Love the response by Brown, marching right back down and dropping in his own 3.
To the inside. Jokic. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Boston.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
It's Brown on the wing. And the call over the back.
A terrific box out that draws the over-the-back call.
He had to know that call was coming. You can't treat another guy like a jungle gym out there.
And he makes a first.
2 shots.
And so he hits both. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Holiday from long range. Denver grabs the miss. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Gordon can't hit. Boston leading by 4. Right side White. On the wing, Holiday. Back to White. Outside, Brown. Here's Tatum. Boston again missing.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Tatum with a steal. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Celtics out in front, up by 4. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Nuggets trail by 4. Screen by Gordon. Murray with it. Picked up by Tatum. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, everyone knows Gordon is a gifted dunker. I mean, guess the defense just needed a little reminder.
Here's Tatum. Great D that time from Porter. Pass to Brown. Down low. Here's Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
And the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul of the game. So it's Denver now. The lead is 2.
The defense had the pass well anticipated. They know the offense wants to get that ball inside.
Putting his court vision on full display, Holiday plays the role of floor general pretty effectively.
Here's Jokic. The shot comes out. Good D by Porzingis. Boston on offense. Pass to White. From downtown. Gordon pulls it in. It's a close game here in Denver. Well, Richard, with the career he's had, it's hard to believe Drew Holiday has only made 2 All-Star teams.
Well, that speaks to how much talent is at the guard position in this league. But it also shows how we tend to award offense over defense because Drew, his impact is truly felt on the defensive end.
Brown gets the bucket.
Oh, bro.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Ooh, that high release of Jokic as he buries the 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
On the wing, Tatum. 4-3. Rebounded by Denver.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Pass to Brown. Now here's Gordon. Left side Murray. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Got one on Tatum.
And the intensity Murray plays with is impressive. Excellent work forcing the issue and drawing the contact.
And Murray drops them both. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Here's Tatum. And here's Brown for 3.
Look how
Porter pulls it in. Denver leading by 3. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Here's Jokic. Oh, he's a load inside. Jokic finishing strong.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
The drive by Tatum. Pass to White. To halt the run. Outside Holiday. It's Brown on the wing. Back to Holiday. Shot clock at 5. Here's Porzingis. Plenty of space. The baseline J is off the mark.
No defender in sight. He tries to take initiative, but ultimately comes away empty-handed.
Outside Tatum.
Green light.
That one falls. Nice feed that
Just
time
doing a party, don't think, right?
Tatum's got 12 points.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from range.
Outside for Porter. Outside Murray. Pass to Gordon. Here's the 3. And here's Porter. He's guarded by White. The Nuggets need to get one up. Outside Murray. Kept alive.
Yeah, rebound, ain't it? Oh, this game, hell, boy.
Defended by Brown. Here's Brown. From behind the arc. It doesn't go for him.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Tatum inside. Outside, Brown. Now Tatum. He's got 12. Up and over Gordon. Tatum can't hit. Denver in the lead. Pass to Murray. Jokic with it. Here's Brown to the middle.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. And Jokic drops them both.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
It's been all about Nikola Jokic. Denver continued to rack up points in that quarter. His total for the night to 23. More at 42. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Here's Holiday. Takes it inside. Outside White. Here's Porzingis. And that one is right through the heart.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
Pass to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. Saric. Good D by Porzingis. Boston trailing. And now we've got an intentional foul. The Nuggets want a timeout. And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as
a fouling for, bro.
Or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what the Nuggets coach was going over with his team. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there, now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you. Back to White. Pass to Pritchard. Can't tie it up. That one misses. So it's Denver now. 2-point game. Saric shot is off. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. To take the lead. Rebounded by Denver. Pass to Porter. From deep. And another miss by Denver. Here are the Celtics with the ball. Lets the three fly. The kick to Tatum. And here's Craig. Back to Tatum to tie it up. No good that time.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Back to Westbrook. And the foul called on Kristaps Porzingis. That'll get him his fourth foul of the game.
Damn, you got 4.
Substitution for your Nuggets.
Here's Brown. Pass to Murray. And here's Porter outside. Porzingis grabs the board. Tatum from long range. And Tatum drills the three.
Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Gordon on the wing. Outside Murray. Gordon on the wing. Out to the right wing. Back to Jokic to win the drought. Can't get it to go. 9 for 13 shooting in this one. Tatum with it. Now Porter defending to the paint. Pass to Pritchard. And a nice finish on the layup. Now it's a 3-point Celtic lead.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Down low. Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
With all the attention that Murray gets, smart by Jamal to dish it on that play.
Here's Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. The kick out to White. Now here's Tatum. Tatum on the drive. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Inside. Great D that time from Porzingis. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. He takes it in. Oh, Tatum with the power move.
I do not care what kind of game he is having. In these moments, Tatum is just different.
The shot by Brown, no good. So it's Boston now. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. the unselfishness of this team.
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling. Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. He'll go on Michael Porter.
Okay, big boy. All right. You like to see Tatum asserting himself on the interior. Look, he's forcing the defense to foul.
He missed the chance to put them up by 3. You know he'd like to have that one back.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Murray scanning the floor. Gordon.
And you want more of this from Tatum. Able to make an impact on defense with this kind of activity.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
Good on the first. And that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, they wanted every last one of those, and he delivered, making it a 2-possession game.
To the inside. And that's out of bounds. Last.
Nigga got on low risk chat. He ain't trying to play no real hoops.